Good morning, children. It's Wednesday today, 10th June 2020. Now, today is the last lesson of Street Child. Now, again, the resources that you will need for today's lesson are a pen and a sheet of paper. Learning intention to write a character description about a character in a story. Success criteria: I can read a text and write a description about a character in the story. I can use my knowledge of adjectives to describe the character. I can research about the character and write down true facts about them. Chapter 27: Barney. There was no comfort there. At night, the wind seemed to crack round the boys like a whip. When it rained, they would wake up soaked to the skin. It would be days before they dried out sometimes. Jim used to lie huddled up looking at the stars and listening to the boys breathing. This ain't home, he said to himself. When morning came with its sooty mist, the boys would roll down the wall to be on the alert before the police were about, trying to earn a few pennies to buy themselves a night in the lodging house. They ate what they could, grabbing a bit of cheese here or there, a crust of pie there, and if they were caught, they were hauled off before a magistrate and sent to the workhouse. Jim wasn't as fast as the other boys because of his bad leg, and the only job he could think of doing was skipping for the theatre cues, which made a few people smile anyway. The other boys worked in gangs when they were stealing, passing the scarf or purse from one to the other so rapidly that it was impossible to tell what was happening. To Jim, they were like a big family helping each other, but he wasn't one of them. They tended to leave him on his own. Now, read the remaining chapter silently in your minds. And there, all round him, lay the boys curled up in their rags of clothes, sleeping like dogs. So here we come to know that Dr. Barney, he goes to the roof where the building roof where the other boys are sleeping. So Jim, he takes Dr. Barney and he shows them where the boys normally sleep. It was a very uncomfortable place to sleep, and Dr. Barney, he was shocked to see the boys living in this condition. Now, the end of the story. And this man Barney, well, I never seen a grown up look so sad, and that's the truth. He just looked and looked as if he couldn't believe his eyes. I was shivering next to him and I thought he was never going to move or stop looking. I thought he was going to stay there all night. So this is where you live, is it, Jim? He asked me. Yes, I said, and I felt sad for him then because he looked as if he felt as if it was all his fault. Know what I mean? And then he said, well, how about that meal I promised you? And that cheered me up because I thought he'd forgotten all about that. He started to climb down the wall, skidding a bit because he had boots on, and it's not so easy if you're not in bare feet. He took me to a house and gave me a meal and let me have a hot bath. And do you know what he said? He said, I'm going to give you a home, Jim. I went back with him next day to the rooftop and I told the other boys about him. It wasn't long before they all decided to come with me. There's so many boys wanting homes now that he's asking rich people for money to open another house for them. And that's why he wanted to know my story, see? It's like having lots of brothers living here. We all sleep in a big upstairs room with a roaring fire and swingy hammocks hanging from the ceiling. We get plenty to eat. He tells us about God a lot. He's kind to us. He gets us jobs to do like chopping wood, and we get paid fair and square, and then we pay him for our meals. And there's nothing to keep us here. Can't believe that I can't. No bars on the window or locks on the doors, no beatings. I could run away tomorrow if I wanted to. But I don't see. I'm Jim Jarvis, I am, and this is my home. So, in the picture, you can see Dr. Bernardo and some of the boys. So, this story is actually based on a real life story. Okay, so Jim Jarvis was actually a real boy during Victorian times, and he went to Dr. Bernardo for help. And even now in London, you can find Dr. Bernardo's homes for children who need help. Now, here are a few guided reading questions. Why is Jim embarrassed when he sees Barney? How is the ragged school different to the school in the workhouse? What might Barney be thinking and feeling as he stares into the fire? Why does Jim decide to stay with Barney and the boys? The author has said that ending is her favorite part when Barney climbs up to the rooftop and sees the boys. Why do you think this might be? So, why do you think that's her favorite part? Write these answers in your guided read in your sheets, and then you can email to us teachers on the year 5 email address. Now, spag. Let's do a spag activity. Can you place brackets, parentheses around additional detail in this sentence? Saint George, the patron saint of England, famously defeated a dragon. Can you think of the shis or shis word to match this definition? Very healthy to eat. The word begins with N. Acting in a guilty way. So, will you use the CIOUS or the TIOUS for both the words? Are you ready to go hiking, Max? Can you write Claire's words into a direct speech sentence that uses inverted commas? D. Choose two different adverbs of possibility that best fit in these sentences. The sky had turned pitch black and it was something going to rain. Because the game is so expensive, I something can't afford to buy it. So the other day I was teaching you adverbs of possibility. See if what adverb will come in its place. Choose the correct form of the verb to go to fit into these sentences. We'll something to the shopping center later. I'm something shopping tomorrow. Last Saturday I something shopping. F. Mr. Whoops has been juggling with the letters from one of his Year 5 spelling words. Can you spot what it is? Okay, so the word begins with T. Write your answers on your sheet of paper, and then you can see the answers in the next slide. Okay, so A, here are the answers. Saint George, then you put the bracket around the patron saint of England, close the bracket, famously defeated a dragon. Very healthy to eat, nutritious, acting in a guilty way, suspicious. Now see where the T and the C are. So in nutritious you have the TIOUS, and in suspicious you have the CIOUS. Okay, now are you ready to go hiking? That needs to go in inverted commas. Okay, and then you need the inverted comma after the question mark. D. The sky had turned pitch black and it was something going to rain. So there are two appropriate adverbs of possibility: certainly, definitely, clearly, obviously. So you can write any two from these adverbs of possibility. Next one, E. We'll go to the shopping center later. I'm going shopping tomorrow. Last Saturday, I went shopping. And the word from the year 5 spelling words is definite. Now, task. Write a short character description of Dr. Bernardo using your knowledge of adjectives. Research about the life of Dr. Bernardo and write down some facts about him. So, in this chapter, you've read everything about Dr. Bernardo. You are going to write a short character description, a short paragraph about how was Dr. Bernardo. Use lots of adjectives to describe Dr. Bernardo. Then, after you've written your character description, you are going to go on the internet and you're going to research about the life of Dr. Bernardo and then write down some facts about him. Okay, so you can have maybe like you can write down the facts in bullet points. So one paragraph about his character description, his personality, his physical appearance, how was his personality, all of that you can write. And in the second paragraph or the second task is going to be you're going to write about his life, some facts about his life. Good luck with the task, and I'll see you tomorrow. Now, here are a few, guidelines to help you when you're writing about the character description. The character's appearance, character's background, how the character speaks, how the character moves, character's actions, thoughts, and feelings, and the character's personality. Good luck and see you tomorrow.